Hey, what's up guys? This is really Bonfire back with another amazing tutorial. And about this tutorial, I'm kind of really excited because I had so many clients already ask me for this technique, but then I was just not capable of really giving them something like this one, this liquid fill, liquid growth technique. I think we should just switch over here to After Effects to see it a little bit more smooth. So you can see here, this bottle, for example, will get filled up with liquid gold, but you could also do it, of course, with glass or with SSS shader with something milky. This will just always look exciting to, for example, reveal your product. You could also go from 0, where you don't see anything of the product, of course, and then just fill it up, let it grow. This one here is another example where I'm using the invisible object of the bottle not as a collider but more as a force. All right, so here the liquid will get sucked towards the object and you get something more, well, a little bit more free flowing, a little bit more like wax on the surface. So this technique here will give you just a little bit of a different look instead of this one, which I consider more the classic approach to this technique, where you use the object as an invisible collider for your simulation and then you just fill it up like this one, okay? And you could also give this one different approaches. For example, here you can see that I don't fill up the whole object, but it just has a certain thickness. So it's more like a little wall with a certain thickness here. And depending on the thickness of your walls, you also get a different aesthetic. Because, for example, when you would fill also the inner space here, the complete volume, then of course you wouldn't get an effect like this one, for example, that easily with the beautiful holes and just beautiful swirls here, where you can see also the back of the object here, so you can look inside of it. So I think all that I want to say is there are different creative approaches to this technique, and you could just get really creative with this one. I'm pretty sure that I will use techniques like this one for upcoming client projects, because previously, as I already mentioned, I was just not capable of doing this. Of course, you could do this with Houdini, but then it will take more time. And when I talk about time, you can see the sim time for those two simulations is under a minute, all right? So you don't have to spend so much time and wait for it forever. But I think one thing is important. So when you want to work with simulations like this one on a regular basis, then you can see that easily those ones will be 70 gigabytes or 140 gigabytes. But it can also be that you create a simulation which would be 300 to 500 gigabytes or even 1 terabyte, depending on how low you want to go with the voxel size and the details. Okay, so I would say that you should have at least SSD with maybe 4 terabytes, something like that. I have 2 with 4 terabytes each, to just not be constantly worried about the file size. So yeah, this is something that you should consider. But now enough about the intro. I need to give you also here on YouTube some of the knowledge. Just be sure that you get the full training on my Patreon. But let me just quickly break down the workflow also for you. So when I press NB to see the lines, let me just check the cylinder here. So you can see that this one is roughly around 300 centimeters in height and has a radius of 140, something like this one. Let's just give this one more subdivisions. This was the size for my simulation, but just be sure you could also create a simulation which is only a tenth of this one, something which would be more suitable for a perfume. I mean, it would be more probably like that, okay? So you can also do a simulation like this in LiquidGen. For some reason, for my fill simulations, I went with a bigger size, but honestly, you can adjust the settings in LiquidGen for all kinds of sizes to give you exactly what you want, all right? And the idea is that in Cinema 4D, Blender, whatever you want to use, you prepare your collider mesh and then put it into LiquidGen. So let's just pretend that this one is our perfume bottle that we want to put into LiquidGen. I just give this one a little bit more of a perfume bottle size. And as I already mentioned, you can now just fill up this one in LiquidGen with a fluid, put an emitter into it and let this one just fill it up. But in my opinion, the more beautiful approach would be to give your object a certain thickness, like you can see it here, with a certain wall thickness, something like that. So depending on the software that you want to use, you could now just put this one into a thicken, maybe give it a thickness of 10 or 20, something like that. I could now press C, make this one editable, see it with X-ray. So now you can see, I mean, it's a little bit hard to see, but now this one has a certain thickness with an inside wall. Let me just go through the wall here. Now you can see that I'm in the wall of the object. with an inside and an outside wall. Something like this one could give you a more elegant simulation in LiquidGen. Now let's jump into LiquidGen and I will just let this one simulate. You can see that, for example, with this object here in the collider, I just put this one into the collider so that now the simulation will happen inside of the walls here. And now when I would zoom out to see the object here, I mean, right now I already put this one to a really dense voxel size. This is why this one is not running in real time. But when I would go up here to the simulation container, put this one to 1.5 for example, and also go to the mesh and deactivate the high quality mesh, now you can see that this one is running super fast and you can easily now see how the fluid is reacting. And when you are happy with it, just go up to the high res quality mesh. Now you can see more of the surface swirls, and then you could also go lower with the voxel size to get more detail in your simulation, alright? And this was just a 1 or 2 minute breakdown of the full tutorial. Of course, on my Patreon, I will guide you through the whole process with a little bit more love and time so that you understand everything, okay? So yeah, thank you so much for your time. See you in the lesson. Bye everyone.